The next one is contract of pledge. So as of now, we have seen a contract of payment. Now we are moving on to contract of pledge. So what is called pledge? Pledge means sort of mortgage. A pledge is only a special kind of a bailment and chief basis of destination is on the object of the contract. So the bailment of a goods or security for the payment of a debt or performance of the promise is called the pledge. See, there is a difference between bailment and pledge. So under the bailment, the bailer will be handovering the goods for the purpose of adding up the value to the goods and re-deliver it to the particular bailer. One case. In another case, he will be handovering the goods to the bailey for the purpose of utilization. For that purpose, he may either collect money or sometimes he will not collect money. That is called bailment. Whereas under the pledge, due to some personal, requirement, due to some financial problem, or due to some immediate emergency purpose or whatever it is, if one person mortgage his property, the property might be gold or some valuable things or land document or whatever it is, that is called as pledge. The person who is keeping, I mean mortgage, or keeping his goods for mortgage purpose is called as a pawnee. To whom he is giving this product is called as pawnee. The best example I can give you, uh, every place we used to see some small gold shops will be there, mortgage shop will be there. So our housewomen, whenever they have certain financial problem, they used to carry the small jewelries and some jewelries. Or what they will do, they will give and that set. We used to say set. Okay, we will go and meet that set shopkeeper. We will be handovering the goods. For that, he will be charging some interest also. We will be giving a promise within 6 months. I will give you the interest along with the principal. I will be taking the goods back. So this is called pawnee concept. The said who is taking your product for the custody and giving a money, that bailey is called as a pawnee. Okay. Whereas the person, the ownership of the goods, the owner of the goods is called as a pawner. Okay. The simple difference is under the pawnee, the pawnee will be collecting an interest for the amount what is given to the product. Okay. Whereas under the bailey, under the contract of bailment, the bailey will not charge any interest. The whatever work he has done, for that he will collect a money from the bailiff. This is a basic example. Joseph is in urgent need of money, so he has deposited his gold and watch to Michael as a security for the money lent. This is a case of pledge whereby gold watch is bailed as a security for the amount lent. Here, Joseph is the pawner and Michael is the pawnee. Features of contract of pledge: delivery of possession. So one of the most basic but important characteristic of pledge is that there should be a delivery of a portion of the goods from one party to another. The property pledge should be delivered by the pawner to the pawnee. So as I told you that here portion of the goods is transferred. In this contract of pledge also, ownership is not transferred, only the portion of the goods is transferred. In pursuance of contract, it is important feature of the pledge is that delivery of the goods by the pawner to the pawnee shall be done in pursuance to the contract of pledge. But it is important to note that the contract for pledge and delivery of goods need to be contemporaneous, in sense that it is necessary contract of pledge delivery has to be done in the same time. What do you mean with this? Same way, how in bailment, the bailment is occurred based on some time period. Same way here also, the pledge also, on the pledge contract also done based on some period. Okay, who can pledge? Anyone can pledge their property, or any representative or nominee of the owner can pledge the particular product for money purpose. Rights of pawner and pawnee. Right to receive back the goods. So pawner after the due payment of the goods. For example, I have, due to my financial problem, I pledged my home document. Okay, then I have taken some money, some volume of money from the particular pawnee. So after some period, actually this contract, we contract pledge entered for 2 years. 2 years in terms of 10% of interest. Before 2 years, I have paid the payment in the sense I have a full rights. Who the pawner is having full rights to receive back the goods. That is called right to receive back the goods. Next, pawner's right to redeem. So what is called pawner right to redeem? Pawner rights to redeem is stated in section 177 of the Act. Section 177 states that if a time is stipulated for the payment of the debt, performance of the promise for which the pledge is made, and the pawner make default in payment of the debt, the performance of the promise at the stipulation period, he may redeem the goods pledged at any subsequent time before the actual sale of them. But he must, in this case, pay in addition any expenses which have arisen for his default. So do you understand? So as I told you, the pledge also occurred based on some time period. Before the time period expire, the particular owner sometime he can settle down all the amount. He can redeem the product whatever he has hand over to the pawnee. Right to suit. So what is called right to suit? This is the right indirectly discuss about the pawnee's right to sell, but after giving the proper notice to the pawnee. The right entitled the pawner cannot sell the goods as when he want. See, for example, I have given a goods to the state that gold shop person. I kept my jewelry for 1 month for motive purpose, pledge purpose. So I could not able to recover my gold due to some financial problem. Then what he will do, he will be keep on giving a notice that you have pledged your jewelry for this much amount. The particular contract is entered based on the 10% interest or whatever it is. As of now, you have not paid interest also. So your due date is going to complete. If you are not going to pay the amount, your product will be resell to somebody else. Like that, he will be giving some instruction. So unless otherwise he give a proper instruction or before the date of expiry time, if the pawnee sell my goods to somebody else, then being the owner of the goods, I have a right to sue against the particular pawnee. Okay, next, care and maintenance. The pawnee has the duty to take care of the proper care and maintenance of the security so that the security does not depreciate its values. That means what do you mean by that? Whenever we are handovering goods to the pawnee, that means the shopkeeper, he has to take care of the goods in his custody in a proper way. He should not say anyone that later on, no, the goods has misplaced somewhere, somebody theft the jewelry, or something is misplaced somewhere, or is mixed with some other's jewelry, so that we lost the jewelry. He should not say anything. It is a duty of the pawnee to take care of the goods in a proper way, and then in a proper state how the pawnee has handled the goods. Rights and duties of the pawnee. Right to receive a payment of the debt or obtain the performance of the profit with the interest and expenses. So pawnee has the right to retain the portion of the goods on pledge till he obtain the payment of his debt interest. So as a pawnee, the shopkeeper of the jewelry shop owner, I mean the said person, he is having full rights to withhold the portion of the goods until he receive a money and along with the interest from the pawner. Okay, so he is having full rights. So until otherwise the pawner clear all the dues along with the principal amount and the interest, the pawnee is having full rights to withhold the portion of the goods. Rights of lien. So pawnee has no right to retain the portion of the goods once the pawner has paid the full amount. Do you understand? For example, students, for example, I have pledged my jewelry for 1 year. Before the 1 year, at the end of the 9th month itself, I have given a full amount along with the interest in the sense. No more the pawnee is having rights to retain my goods. Why? Because before the expiry of the fixed period of the contract, I hand over my full amount. I have cleared my all due along with the interest in the sense. In this case, the pawnee, he has to hand over all the goods. He should not retain any kind of goods. He has to hand over the goods to the pawner. Right to receive extraordinary expenses. Pawnee is also entitled to receive from the pawner any extraordinary expenses which might have occurred for the preservation of the gold pledge. What do you mean by this? For example, in case if the pawnee is in a position to take care of a goods, if the pawnee is in a position to give some extra care, or if he wants to give some extra, he wants to give some additional safety to the product. For that purpose, if he has done any act for the purpose of safeguarding the pawner's product, then the pawnee is having full rights to receive extraordinary expenses, whatever he spent for the benefit of the pawner product. Pawner's right in case of default of pawner. In case of a default of the pawner in the payment of a debt, performance of the promise at the stipulated time on demand within reasonable time, the pawnee can exercise the following two rights. So what do you mean by this? When the owner and owner of the goods, the person who pledged the jewelry, if he is not going to pay the amount on a particular period, what is mentioned in the contract, then the pawnee is having full rights to resell the goods to somebody else after giving a proper notice, or else he can suit, I mean, file a case against the particular pawner. He has a right to claim any deficit arising from the sale of the goods pledged from the pawner. He will have to return the pawner's excess obtained by the sale of goods pledged beyond the amount necessary to pay the debt other than the expense due. Pawnee must not use the goods pledged. So I, as a pawner, owner of the jewelry, I have pledged my jewelry to the some shop owner, jewelry shop owner. Okay, said then he has to safeguard my jewelry till the particular contract get over, for because for that purpose only he is charging interest. Before the time get exceed, he should not use my property, that means the pawner property, for his personal use. Okay, so because for what purpose I'm giving, I'm pledging my jewelry for money need. Okay, so it is rights of the pawnee should not use the goods whatever is pledged by the pawner. Duties of the pawner. So who is a pawner? Owner of the goods. Pay the debt. The owner is liable to pay the debt, perform his promise to the paid. That means whatever, for what purpose you enter in a contract, I mean under the pledge, for getting some money. So you have to pay a money whatever you have agreed with the particular pawnee. Pay deficit on sales. If the pawnee sells the goods due to the default by the pawnee, then he may pay the deficit. So what do you mean by the pay deficit in the sense? For example, the value of the goods, I pledged my jewelry, which is around 10 severance. 10 severance means what? 800 gram. Okay, right. 800 grams. Sorry, 80 grams. I have pledged my jewelry, 80 grams jewelry. So 10 severance. So I pledged the 80 grams jewelry, but I received only maybe 1 lakh or 2. I received only 2 lakh uh, only from the particular shopkeeper. Okay, but the actual cost of the original cost of the product is around maybe the 10 lakhs. But I received only 2 lakhs. I pledged my jewelry. I received only 2 lakh. So in this case, I entered a contract with a particular pledge under the contract of pledge. Only we entered a contract for 1 year. Within a 1 year, I promised him I will pay the amount along with the interest and I will take my product back. But within this 1 year, I could not able to pay the amount along with the interest, in the sense after giving all the proper notice by the pawnee also, being a partner, I could not be able to pay money. In this situation, what actions the pawnee will take? He will sell the goods to somebody else. Even though I have pledged my jewelry, which is around a 10 lakh rupees, I received only 2 lakh for pledge. But the cost of the product is 10 lakh. So what will happen? So once the pawnee sells the goods to somebody else for 10 lakh rupees, he will withdraw the only 2 lakh, whatever he has taken. Then he will charge some interest, right? So he withhold 2 lakh along with the interest, then he will be returning back the remaining amount to the particular owner of the goods. That is called pay deficit on sale. So what is called pay deficit on sales? If the particular value of the goods is higher than the value what you have pledged, then at the time of selling the goods, it is a it is a duty of the partner to get the remaining amount of the particular product what you pledged from the pawnee. Pay extraordinary expenses. The pawnee is liable to pay to the pawnee in any extraordinary expenses incurred by the pawnee for the preservation of good. Preservation means for safeguarding the goods. As I told you, right? In case if the pawnee is taking any extra care to safeguard my goods, in the sense I can give a extra amount for that. Disclose fault in goods. As I told you, under the time of bailment also, whenever we hand over a portion of the goods to somebody else for the purpose of anything, it might be the pledge, it might be the bailment or whatever it is. If the particular goods carries some default, we should communicate this information to the particular person to whom we are handling the goods. That is very much important. And this are material for use of the goods and may put them funny and extraordinary risk. Because in case being a owner of the goods, either bailer or pawner, if you are not going to disclose the information, because of that, if any kind of a loss occur or if any kind of injury occur to the bailee, then who is responsible? Who is pawner? Who is responsible? Bailer and pawner only. Indemnify the pawnee. That's what I told you. If you are not going to disclose all the information, because of that, if any kind of a accident or something occurred to the pawnee or bailee, then the pawner and bailer is only responsible for that. Duties of the pawnee. Pawnee is a person who is receiving a product and having the possession of the goods and handovering some money to the particular owner of the goods. That is called, he is called as a pawnee. So he should not use the goods on his own name. He should not use it for his personal purpose. As well as once he receive a money along with the interest from the pawner, he must return the goods immediately to the owner of the goods. He should not carry any rights towards the goods. Take a reasonable care. When the goods is handed over to the pawnee, he has to take care of utmost care about the product. And he should not mix up that particular product along with his own product. And as well as he should return increase in goods. That means the pawnee must return the pawner any accretion to the goods pledged with. We already have seen, right? In case if you are pledging some goods, for example, I'm pledging my my cow. In village side and all, it will occur. Okay, sometime I'm pledging my cow for 1 week. I received 5,000 rupees. During the time of this 1 week, my cow has given a birth to calf, in the sense, though I paid the 5,000, in the sense, the particular person, he has to return back my cow along with the calf. That is called return increase in the goods. This difference between pledge and bailment. Pledge is a bailment of a goods for specific purpose, whereas a bailment for the purpose is any kind, maybe whatever it is. So, and already we have seen under the bailment is occurred based on two purposes, either for the purpose of collecting money or for the purpose of utilization by somebody else. Okay. Whereas under the pledge, the main purpose is to gain a money. We are pledging our property to somebody else for some period. For that, interest will be charged. So, what are all the way? This will already we have seen. Pledge or pawn. So here, similarly, the similarity of pledge and bailment. Bailer is called as a pawner and bailee is called as a pawn. So under the bailment and pledge, the difference are the purpose of the bailment is either for security or repair purpose. Right of sale is not available under the bailment, whereas under the pledge it's available.